Can I build a Mike Campbell Red Dog Telecaster for less than $650? Hey everybody, Jace Allen here. Welcome back to the channel. So I haven't really done any guitar builds on this channel, but I do like to build partscasters, and I've done a few actual build from scratch guitars. My first build was a Telecaster, which I used a prefabbed neck for it, but the body was made out of basswood, and I actually used a regular router, hand router, to route out the pockets and all that stuff. And so it was genuinely a hand-built guitar. And then I built an acoustic guitar from scratch, kind of a copy of an older Gibson. I think it was the L double aught or something like that. And then I built another Telecaster with dual humbuckers in it, and that was another complete from scratch build. And in that one I actually built, made the neck and carved it. This was before I had a CNC machine, and I carved the neck with use a rasp and set the frets and did everything basically from start to finish, and ended up with a really nice guitar. And I do plan to do more from scratch builds. I've got lots of wood out in the workshop. I've got a CNC machine to make things faster, and using a hand router and templates and things like that is not very difficult, but it's just a lot more time consuming, whereas the CNC is pretty easy, cuts down on some of the labor. So I really plan to start doing that, but in the meantime I wanted to kind of do a little experiment. I noticed that Fender had released this Mike Campbell Red Dog Telecaster, and I'm a big fan of Mike Campbell. I think he's sort of a very underrated guitar player. In case you don't know who Mike Campbell is, he's the guitar player for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And now he's doing his own band. It's called the Dirty Knobs, and then he does some solo stuff on the side as well. So I really like his sound. His guitar playing is really interesting. He uses a lot of slide, and his tone is pretty recognizable when you hear Mike Campbell or a Tom Petty song. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers has that distinct sound, and I think Mike Campbell is a big contributive factor to their sound. So anyway, enough of that. Let's get to figuring out what we need to build a partscaster of this Mike Campbell Red Dog Telecaster. So let me jump on the computer here. This is it here from the Fender website. It's a Telecaster, but the sort of the unique thing about it is that it's got this Bigsby. This is a Bigsby B5 vibrato with the Fender branding on it, and then it has this special bridge with these. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit, with these saddles on it. They're individual adjustable saddles, and then you've got the the regular single coil in the bridge position, but then you've got two humbuckers in the middle of the pick guard. And then it comes with this special boost, mid boost or whatever it is, like a boost pedal, but it's built into the guitar. That's the only thing I'm not quite sure about. I think I'm gonna maybe look into adding that later, but for now we're just gonna kind of build this out as it's shown. I guess this is done on purpose, this missing ferrule in the bottom of the guitar. I guess Mike's actual guitar looks like that. And then this has got some very different looking Fender branded tuners on it. I think we're going to go with just the vintage style tuners. Couple string trees. Truss rod adjustment is in the bottom, so this is an older style neck. Other than that, everything is pretty standard. 3-ply pick guard, Fiesta red finish, regular old control plate, knurled knobs, everything's chrome, chrome covered humbuckers. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is log into the Guitar Fetish. So the first thing we're going to do is log into the Guitar Fetish website. Now I could go to Amazon, I could go to, you know, some of the cheaper places to get parts. I've bought from Guitar Fetish before. The prices are reasonable, and you know, I think they're pretty good. I haven't had any issues. I know some people have issues with them occasionally. And you can get everything in one place, so I think that's a good place to start. So we're going to do an XGP USA spec body, and that would be a Telecaster style body, and there it is. This is Fiesta red. So we're an alder body, Fiesta red. Everything's done for you. Ferrule holes, neck holes, all that stuff. The only thing we'll have to do is we'll have to do some routing in this area here to you know, allow for those humbuckers. But that we can do. We can either do that on the CNC machine or do it with I'll probably do it with a hand router, since not everybody has a CNC, and then you can see how that works. Okay, so we could add that to our cart, and then we'll come out and we want a neck. Back to the XGP necks. And we're going to go with a Telecaster style neck, and we want one that's sort of yellowed. This is a 22. I don't know, what is this? This is a 21 fret, it looks like. So let's see if they got a 21 fret. There's a 21 fret. Take a look at this. Black nut. That's interesting. Looks good. Looks good. I like the finish on it. And I think these are stainless frets. Did it say stainless? No. Stainless steel truss rod. Medium jumbo fret wire. Nickel silver fret wire. Okay, so not stainless. Good, because if we have to do any leveling on it, we don't want stainless. Okay, all right, so now, what else do we need? We'll do pickups next. I like the quick plug. That's another reason to get stuff from Guitar Fetish, is the quick plug. So we're going to do a Tele bridge. Maybe we'll do the vintage voiced El Nico bridge pickup. That looks good. How much are those? 41. Quick plug, good. And then back to humbuckers. Humbucker. And we need chrome covers, humbucker, arena rock. That might be interesting. Maybe more of a vintage arena crunch. El Nico Fat. Arena crunch. That sounds good. 12K, 12.8K, 11K, 14K. Let's do arena power. Arena crunch. I think I like those. So we have a bridge pickup, arena crunch. We'll add that, and come on, back up. Arena crunch neck, and add that. All right. So now let's pick out a wiring harness, wiring diagrams, pickups, pre-wired harnesses. There we go, pre-wired harness. We'll do the quick plug standard. And we're going to need something with this is a 3-position switch, I believe. Let's just double check the specs here and see what it says, if it mentions that. Electronics. 5-position. Oh, okay, right, because there's three pickups, so it's going to be a five-way switch. So we need a 5-way switch, tone, volume, and 3 plugs for 3 pickups. So we want something like a, there you go, fit Strat, Jackson, or humbucker. Let's look at that. 5-way slide switch, 3 humbuckers. HSH or 3 humbuckers. But since they're all quick plug, it should work. I'm assuming something like that will work. So this would be a SHH, which basically is what that is. It just says HSH, but I guess depending on where you put them. So that I think that'll work. So we'll add that. Okay, so then now it's just a matter of finding all the little pieces of hardware. So hardware and screws. Let's see what we got here. Knobs. We want the knurled flat knobs, not the domed ones. This one right here, this 60s flat top. Pair of those. Is this for a pair? Part number in stock. I'm assuming it's for the pair. Looks like it. So we have knobs. We want, let's do strap buttons. We'll do the classic chrome. Add those to the cart. Next we want, tuning keys. Tuners. And we're going to go with the vintage style right here. 6 on a plate. Well, I don't really want that. And let's see, what does this look like? Yeah, see, those are all together. I don't care for that. I'd rather have the individual ones. So they look a little more authentic, I guess. I guess we'll go nickel. Nickel's fine. Nickel tuning machines, I'm assuming that's for a set. Okay, add to cart. And then, let's see, we need string trees. We're going to go with the vintage string trees. Just the bent metal ones. And tuners, string trees. Oh, control plate. Tele control plate. We want one with, right there, switch and 2 holes. Yep. And if we add that boost, we can do that later and just drill our own hole, because it's a button, so it'd be a round hole, it's not a switch. So okay, Bigsby, I don't think they have the Bigsby I don't think they have a Bigsby style. No, they don't. We'll have to get that somewhere else. So let's see. So the bridge plate and the Bigsby, all that stuff is one thing. That'll come from somewhere else. Okay, so, pick guard. Oh, jack cup. We do need jack cup. So let's go with an actual Telecaster style jack cup. And I guess we'll go with this style here, this vintage. I guess those are harder to install, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so we got that added to the cart. Let's see, what else was there? Oh, pick guard. Pick guard. There we go. Telecaster, but we don't want one with holes in it. We want a solid one. There we go. Single ply. No, we want a 3-ply. There we go. White 3-ply. Okay, add that. Then we'll just cut our own holes with the router or the CNC machine. So we'll see how that goes. All right, what else do I need? Oh, ferrules in the back neck plate. Neck plate. Chrome neck plate. And ferrules. Chrome ferrules. Chrome 1/4 inch. I'm assuming that's fits telly. String ferrules fits telly. That should work. Add to cart. All right, let's see, plate, ferrules, strap buttons, tuners, body, neck, 2 chrome humbuckers, 1 single coil, pick guard, control plate, knobs, oh, button, switch button, switch cap. All right, let's go. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. These are probably, there we go. That's what we want right there. USA Strat tip white. That's what that looks like. All right, add to cart. Okay, switch, pick guard, body, wire and harness. Oh, and then the Bigsby, but that'll come from somewhere else. Okay, so the cart, see what our total is, $384. $384, you'll have shipping and tax. So with shipping and tax, mine came out to $417.30. So my subtotal was a little more. I think, oh, I grabbed different pickups is what I had grabbed, because I had already ordered before I shot this. So, so I got the Arena Power pickups. So they were a little bit more. So that's why it's a little bit, the subtotal's a little bit more, but my shipping was $25, $26. Oh, and they didn't charge me tax, so it was just shipping. So $384. Let's throw $25 shipping on there. $384.04 plus 25, so $409. And then the Bigsby B5 Telecaster bridge. They range in price. This one's $260. This one here is on eBay $219. $241 from Musician's Friend. I ended up finding one on Reverb for just under $200. It was considered an open box. So total, we'll call that $200. So total just over $600 to build this Mike Campbell Red Dog Telecaster. So everything's on order. This is part 1 of the build. So maybe it'll be more than 2 parts. We'll see. But anyway, that's all the parts. They're on order. When they come in, we'll build it. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.